Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero, and welcome to Necrophosis, which is a horror game inspired by Zdzislaw Beksinski art, where you explore a surreal and alien world.
To see a world in a grain of sand, and a heaven in a wild flower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour.
Quick note, I did just get over a cold, so my voice is going to be a little bit deeper than what you're used to. There's a few options around here. You're almost like flayed skin. Everyone else is kind of mummified. So as I'm playing this, you're gonna see me kind of like slow down and look at things more, just because there's a lot of detail to kind of take in. Even if it doesn't necessarily precede the gameplay. I see. If necessary, more flesh and bone will be formed. Bloodshot eye. Torn from a corpse embedded in the wall of a crypt, forever bound to bleed and rot. I'll be taking that, friend. Do you see now? Welcome. Walk upstairs. This is the realm of death, and no other. This is where gods are dead, and the old ones suffer.
I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and snare of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read which yet survive. Stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away.
Hold shift to run. Alright. So, if you haven't noticed it, basically I am getting over a cold, so my voice is going to be a little bit deeper than usual. But I did want to say that I don't mind the humanoid language, the kind of normalness of it. It kind of adds a surreal contrast, or very old literature kind of feeling. You okay? Expiration is due. Picture the brain. Symbol. I guess you won't be needing it. Did you need a brain? Crownless royal on the edge of succumbing to rot. No, you need something else. Hey, you, feeble cadavers trying to recall the warmth of fire. I feel like some people won't necessarily like that narration, the poetic aspect, but the, I guess I think it weirdly works. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it if they talk more. Wisdom requires payment. So you need coins for that. That I immediately recognized. I mean, I recognize a few things here, especially this right here. Can I? How do I get you down? I feel like you need a brain. Out of reach. Out of reach. So we need to add something to climb up behind them. Like a rib cage. There was a recent series, it was not an official one, or at least it wasn't anyway, Astartes, for the Warhammer universe, that also had a, used this scenery at the very end. Brain. God, I'm consuming him. Now the light's gone. Coin. Thanks. That's one, we need two of those. Here's the crown. Okay. Can't go past the sands of time here. Curious. You won't be missing it. Frail creature wall in despair. Impractical. Okay, this is what needs the brains. Alright. And symbol doesn't match there. Guess that's right. Oh god. Exactly what I need. Now we need a new brain. Display of bygone of 40, pitiful as one's decay is inevitable. Another coin. What could it be praying to?
Behold, the burden of choice falls upon thee. As the hour draws near, thou shalt stand at the crossroads of death and rebirth. For chaos hath already laid waste to realms untold.
It prays to nothing. Chaos lays waste to realms untold.
stand as a monument to this forsaken world, once a servant to a divine god. Eons have passed since the cosmos met its demise. Beware, for this realm has morphed into a somber vault, and now you are woven into its enigmatic tapestry.
It's like collecting a little bit of a story every time. Little by little. Check my inventory real quick. Misery. The mind of incompetent being burned by depression and plagued by ignorance. Turn. Notice how we like hijacked into the brain. Use. That's the other brain we need. Pain. The mind of a tortured soul afflicted by the dark depths of agony. You go there. You go there. Whoa. Be on your way, friend.
Our ancient eyes behold the rare sight. A lone wanderer venturing into our desert domain after eons untold. Bound by the unyielding grip of Necrophosis, we, the Elder Gods, are surprised by your presence. Few like you have dared to tread this path, yet here you stand, a glimmer of hope in our eternal suffering. Should you choose to aid us in our plight, freeing Hnum from his eternal servitude, we shall grant you passage to your destination.
You're a free warrior. Whatever that goal may be. Let's just repay the cold gods of death. Yeah, I got a few more for you. Hold up. Something under that I can grab. Unbound and free in too much pain, Kunum could not even walk. Each visage endures a unique form of torment, distinct in nature and intensity. This being is enduring intense suffering, yet its gaze is filled with compassion.
In the cosmic void, I awaken from my sleep. A ghostly form, a galaxy's sweep. As you pass by, I stir and rise, a spectral being with starlit sight. I beckon you forth with a shimmering light, guiding you through the endless fright. Towards the gate of death we make our way, but even death's gate has crumbled to decay. I speak of a world once death's domain, now a museum where time's relics remain. Old gods, monuments from ages past, collected here in the cosmic vast. This realm where death reigns, now a museum of time's refrain. And with strange eons, even death may die, as the universe's echoes fade and sigh.
That's a interesting effect on the sand. Like, it looks like it's just like a transparent effect over the texture, but it works really well, actually. Tap in. Looks like we gotta reach out a hand. Okay, that was a little funny. It's just like the ragdoll body just flops there. There's no gracefulness to it at all. Thank you, friend. Whatever you did. Why would? It keeps praying to death. Maybe that's the end. Thank you for playing. Yeah, I thought that was like... It's like everything in this game was, so... kind of artistic and very... had very much of a flow to it, and then just like... we just flop. Just the ragdoll just hits the ground and go boop, like that. So, that's it for Necrophosis. So, a very pretty game is obviously leaning more towards the exploration adventure type, which I think is fine, which is how this really should be. You should have very minimal combat, if any. It is a strangely untapped style. It is sometimes used in some films, some spots of certain games, even for some of From Software games. Some of the really old ones, like before Dark Souls, I think had some very minor influence from them. And I noticed, I noted one thing, like the Resistant Stardust made a very kind of direct nod to them. But it's a hard style to adapt, which I think was why it's not as adapted as often as some of the other famous horror styles. But it's a good adaptation of the style. Like I said, I think the poetry thing is gonna be kind of mixed as far as at least the voice acting that's used for it anyway. But I don't mind it. I think it does add a bit of a very literature angle to things, and usually they kind of like give a little bit more of an alien kind of voice, or a little more kind of like weirdness to it, and they just went more like, no, these are just normal human voices. It's not designed to be super weird. This is designed to be more of a literature, poetic journey kind of thing, like old surreal science fiction novels and stuff like that. And I think it worked. I'd be interesting to see how that kind of goes throughout the game. But with the demo, I thought it worked at the time. But yeah, unfortunately I had to record this while I'm just coming off my cold. I mean, I am feeling fine, it's just your vocal cords take a while to get back to normal. And I believe this demo came out today. So I waited most of the day, but like, maybe my voice will get better at the end of the day. And like, no, it did kind of just stayed the same. So it's like, alright, what can you do? But hopefully the voice is not too distracting. I try to avoid recording anything when I'm sick, just because like it's an impermanent record, basically. But yeah, anyway. So, thank you all for watching me play Necrophosis. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.